Yo, guys, I was thinking about this earlier tonight. I've never shared my stats, medals, and my credit classes or anything like that with you. So I thought I'd do that tonight. You can actually do that on your Xbox. You can hit the one of the select buttons and start recording gameplay or whatever. But let's get right into it. Here's the leaderboards. I don't play a lot more than hardcore team deathmatch and infected, more or less. So as you can see here, I'm not ranked very high. I mean, for a score, my wins are pretty high because of infected on the leaderboard, 42 or 40. But like kills, I don't understand why I'm not even ranked on kills. I think it's something to do with like a hack leaderboard or something. I don't know, but you can see there. Team deathmatch, I play quite a bit of hardcore, anyways. I don't know what I'm ranked on here. Let's see. I'm not even ranked. But like all the other game modes that you're gonna see here, I don't really play. I've played, a little bit of free for all. I played, maybe a little bit of what's the other game modes? Search and destroy. I played a little bit of that. Well, actually, I played quite a bit of that with a couple friends that really liked it, and you can just see here that I don't play a whole lot of anything anymore instead of infected. Play a lot of infected, team deathmatch, stuff like that, hardcore team deathmatch. It just depends on the day. But yeah, I was just thinking about this tonight, and I was like, well, I'll run through all my classes and stuff, and that way you guys can see, where I'm at on the leaderboards if you want to know that. I don't really care a whole lot about it. Every once in a while I'll look. I know I had one guy, an infected one time, message me and says, have you ever seen the leaderboards on infected? I was like, no. He goes, you're ranked like in the top 50 or whatever in kills, or not in kills, but was it in kills or wins? It was wins. So that brought that to my attention. I was like, well, I'll check it out. And you can see here my medals. Some of them are pretty impressive. Other ones, I really don't care. To tell you the truth, you can see, all my medals I got here, which is actually, just looking at it while I'm recording this, it's a little bit, it's pretty cool to see, I guess. I don't really look at them a whole lot. And I know a lot of people ask me like, well, how many nukes have you gotten? I couldn't tell you. I really couldn't tell you. You go to your medals, you can see like how many brutals, I think it is. Killed 25 enemies or whatever, and then your juggernauts are 30, I think. I don't know for sure on that. Yeah, 30 kills without dying. Yeah, so if you count like how many times I've got a brutal, I know I haven't gotten it in hardcore team deathmatch or anything like that. So that's all infected. Looking at my kill chains and stuff like that. You're gonna get a kill chain every time you get a nuke. That's given. I think I've gotten a couple in hardcore too. But just running down through all these, your streak shutdowns, your payload kills. It's, I guess, I don't know. If you guys want, if you're into this, this is what I got. But there's my KD right there. You can see the most used gun is the NV4 by far. I started using that when I started going Master Prestige because it gave me 30% more XP, and hardcore, you got to be accurate. And you can see my accuracy sucks. It really does. And like the OSA and stuff, I was going through these earlier and I was like, oh my God, the OSA is up there. It's probably one of my best guns. That and the FHR. Well, you think about it, that's all infected. I don't know that, every once in a while I'll try a different gun, but most of the time if I'm playing like hardcore team deathmatch and I'm solo, I get in there with a bunch of people that are teamed up, and I get all the newbie peoples. I don't know if it goes off your stats or whatever, and I'm sure it does. And my win-loss ratio, I think it goes off of that, is what I'm thinking. The win-loss ratio in hardcore team deathmatch, because every time I play it, it just seems like I get teammates that shoot each other instead of the enemies. And it's no joke. I've actually sat back and watched them for a while, and I'm like, oh my God. What the hell? But I mean, it is what it is. You buy the game to have fun. You know, I'm not going to pick on people for just going out there and trying to shoot their own teammates and stuff. You can see there, I mean, I got a lot of time in Infected. I mean, it's the only game mode that I play that I enjoy. You know, it's relaxing to me. I can screw around a lot. It doesn't really screw with your KD. It doesn't screw with your KD at all. I mean, it did when the game first came out, but other than that, I mean, it doesn't really. And, you know, a lot of people say, well, you got such a high KD, you must have got that in Infected. Well, it's true to a certain extent. When the game first came out, like I was saying, it did record your KD, and I wasn't playing a whole lot of Infected when the game first came out. I was, you know, hardcore team deathmatch. I was playing hardcore domination. I was playing hardcore search and destroy. And then when they patched it or whatever, I know they patched it soon after the game started, that you, like gun game and you're Infected, it doesn't go towards your KD anymore. So, I mean, you get a lot of people that just screw off in there. And that's what I like to do a lot of. I mean, I just get into games and, you know, what happens, whatever happens, you know. I don't have the mindset to go in an Infected game saying, I'm going to try to get a nuke this game. I've never done that. Every one of them was a surprise to me as it was to you guys. So, bear that in mind. I mean, if you go out with the mindset that you're going to drop a nuke every time you go in Infected, you're probably not going to drop one. So I gave up on that. I didn't even want to drop a nuke, actually, to tell you the truth. I was just playing the game, and, you know, I was on a kill streak, and, you know, it pops up and shows, you know, like you can see in a lot of my gameplays, I don't pull up the leaderboard to see how close I am to the nuke. I see it every once in a while if I'm paying attention, how many more kills until I get a nuke. But, I mean, other than that, I mean, once it gets down to like 5 kills, then your heart starts racing. You're like, oh crap, I could possibly drop a nuke. And that's when it just hits you all of a sudden. And I mean, I don't know, the feeling that you get is just like your adrenaline going from 0 to 100. I mean, it's amazing. And when you hit it and when you get it and you call it in, it's the greatest feeling that you'll ever know. I mean, it's awesome. I mean, but don't get in the mindset that you're going to go into an Infected game and drop a nuke, because most of the time you're going to try too hard, you're going to push out too far, and the teammates that you have most of the time that I've noticed, they don't watch your back. And all they do is watch you kill somebody and then they steal the ammo. And I mean, everybody that's watching this video can agree with me on that. But here's everything I got, all the weapons, the Quartermaster collections. I mean, every weapon that I unlocked was salvage. I mean, the only gun that I'm after is the MK2 variant of the Flatline. If you go into hardcore, that's all you run into anymore. It's a one-shot kill clear across the map with a suppressor on it. You see people rocking it all the time. Do I absolutely need it? No, I don't. I use the Fallout a lot just because it's the most accurate gun, or I use a light machine gun. And I don't know, I'll get to my creative classes here in a second, but I don't know why I rock Dead Silence. I don't know. I mean, I need to switch that up with Gung Ho probably. Be a better choice, but you can see all my mission teams, how far I got on them. Kind of gave up on them after I prestiged, and except for when I found out the last Karma, the Demos or whatever it is. I wanted the MK2 variant of it, and I finally got it. But you can see my sensitivity and everything like that. I mean, it's what I rock on. Oh yeah, and a big deal is the motion blur and your film grain. Turn that off, guys. It's a huge improvement. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you guys want to see anything else, let me know.